Alright, so I come out of my nether portal, and you're gonna see it in a minute anyway. I don't know why I'm hiding it, but I come outside. This is what happens when you say a word on the server. Smooth stone, you know what you call this thing? Heard you needed non-cobbled cobblestone, so I gave you some. No flowers were harmed in the making of this, only trees. But fret not, we have a really good park ranger who will rebuild them with the materials in the chest, Pat. And last I can do for the eggs you lent me, because I gave him a bunch of eggs. So this is it, just a sign that says smooth stone and a bunch of smooth stone. I'm gonna have to explain that to James. Okay, I guess while I'm tearing this down, I'll do a bit of a story time. So the previous server provider, what he would do sometimes is he would just join randomly on the server, which obviously wasn't welcome, but you can't just say no to the server provider. So he was just joining and stuff, and we were kind of letting it happen. And one of the last times, he was kind of being a bit weird. He said +1 point for Spoders for letting one of his viewers join. And I don't know if he joined and said that, and then left. So I don't know if he even watches my stuff. No, I was on at the time, and I was like one of the only ones on. And Pat was looking at the thing. I don't know how he. Okay, I don't know the very specifics. Not sure if I was the only one on or not. But Pat got word of this somehow, and he came to me. He's like, hey, what is this? And by join, we're pretty sure he meant not only, like, you know, just hop on for a second, creep everyone out, and then leave. No, it was more of a, like, I get to play on the server now. He has asked previously to play on the server, like, permanently. And of course we just give him a vague answer and just kind of shrug him off the shoulder. But then he just randomly brings up my name. And I don't even know this person. Just kind of brings up my name. So yeah, that's the story behind Pat's little parody of a message. Oh, must replace the flower. Don't want to break any of the flowers. At least all the flowers are still in place. But the trees also in that scripted thing, or it wasn't even scripted. It was more like a role play-ish. So the whole debate is whether to call it smooth stone or not. And I said for the thing, I would be like the teacher of a class or something, and James would say that this is smooth stone, and I would like give him like a passing grade, and then Pat would say that it's normal stone. But what I did not expect, which was the curveball that he threw, non-cobbled cobblestone or whatever. Which I can see where he's trying to get at, but like, you're trying too hard. Just call it normal stone. Come on, you say normal stone. You don't say non-cobbled cobblestone. And I can point out references. You see this? This is why I keep my nether portal off. So I'm heading through the nether to go to spawn to go through a few things. I have been very, very falsely accused of a crime on the server by Patnat and his fellow detective, who also goes by the name of Patnat. I know it's very confusing. And I want to investigate the crime scene because little does he know, he's not the server detective. I am the server detective. And I will be assessing the situation and giving it a proper diagnosis. No, that's a medical term. Whatever. I will be going over there and seeing exactly what has been done. So coming out of spawn, the house in question is this way. Now, I have taken notes of this house earlier. It is known to be a suspicious, spooky house. Really spooky. And I don't know where it came from, but it was there. And then another unsuspecting victim noticed that house and decided to go into it, where he was suddenly blown to smithereens. At least the house was. I don't think James got damaged at all. Well, as you can see here, the house used to be on this hill. It is not anymore. And it looks like whoever placed down the tape, first of all, is very open about it, because you can just walk in over here and not have to deal with any tape. And you know, most criminals are very open about their crimes. They wish for the chase. It's the thrill of the chase that keeps them criminalizing. So it seems... yeah, so it seems the doorway would have been here. So just to walk through it. And there was a redstone line this way. Now, this was all evidence on Pat Nat's video, where he blatantly just accused me out of nowhere, mainly because of his only point of evidence, if I can just break this fence real quick. This sign, which was left, I'm pretty sure, while I was even voting around here. It says, suspicious activity spotted, and you said, this looks like spotters. Well, I'll have you know, these are T's, not D's. So there's that evidence out of the way. So, the victim walks in through this tape, and he steps on a pressure plate. And this pressure plate was hooked up to TNT, and this TNT would blow the entire thing up, blow the house up, and it looks like my forensic smelling, I don't know, tells me that this has been blown up twice. So let's just see what that would look like. So the guy walks through the door. I have to break this again. So the guy walks through the door, and he steps on the pressure plate. I have a lever to simulate it. And then the TNT gets set off, but it doesn't actually wait like this. It all happens in an instant. And so that's kind of exactly what happened. At least that's what the forensic tests, my forensic masterpiece that is me. That's at least what I can tell. So speaking as your DA, your detective type man, I can truly say that Mr. 3D Spoders is innocent, and this has gone on for way too long, and this needs to be solved. Alright, I'm the detective back on the case, and I have brought the victim of this crime, James Douglas.
Hello,
and
yes.
He is, now, can I get this correct? You were blown up, right?
Yes, I was blown up.
So, like...
indirectly.
So, like, an explosion happens, and it happened on you.
A lot of boom happened, and I was hurt. Psychologically and physically.
And it happened when you walked through... well, there's no door anymore. Because the explosion was so powerful. But it happens when you walked through the door here.
Indeed. I
think the door was around here. This block exactly. Actually, no. One block back.
I'd there.
As the logs. So
it doesn't matter at this point, honestly. I think anywhere will do.
So I just want to set things straight. I just want to make sure I know exactly what happened. I already done this earlier, but I'm not completely sure yet. It could be a different story, and I wanna reenact this for you. You know, like how Hamlet reenacted his dad's death in front of King Claudius. So if I just somehow manage to get a wire down here. So, now I want to get records straight here. You walked through the door.
Yep.
And then a bunch of explosions happened. Explosions that seemingly, very suspiciously, are very similar to TNT explosions.
Yeah, indeed.
So, you walk through the door and this happened. Wait for it. It's delayed because, yeah.
Something like that. Although... and then you cut your video at this point.
Yeah.
How to make this actually good. I'm
It's a
figuring
lot
things
more.
out.
Oh my god.
Alright. I could just place blocks here, no one's gonna care.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
More like this. Yeah.
Ah, I understand. So,
Yeah, and you see how the pig died. That's similar to I
So
think
that's-
dogs died. I think dogs might have died in
no,
it. So.
no, the dogs are here, but you
Oh, the
might
dogs
have,
are here.
But you might have
Okay.
taken a lot of damage mentally. So,
Oh right,
so
that might
it
have seemed
was-
like that.
yeah. So you walk through the door,
Mhm.
and this happened. All right. I'm very glad to set records straight. This will
Yep.
definitely help in the investigation. Thank you for joining me today.
I think it could be considered to have been something like that as well. Just
Okay,
Yeah.
bringing in. Sorry, bringing in all the possibilities here. Well, I have a couple templates to choose from, a couple choices, but they're all pretty
Indeed.
similar. So thank you for joining me. This will definitely help me out.
You're most welcome. Glad to be of service.